everyone, welcome back to RTS, and I hope all of you are doing well. I wanted to pop in today with a video showing some free resources that we have available. Some you may know about, some you may not know about, but they're all free, and a lot of them are sketches. So if you need a starting point, if you need a springboard, if you want to sit down and do a page and you don't know where to start, sketches is something that I use probably all the time. And over on my Patreon channel, we talk about dissecting sketches, using sketches, and actually we have a series going on right now. It's called How to Start, and one of the prompts was how to start with a sketch. So we talked about all of that and a fun little way to look at a sketch in order to break it down. So I will have my Patreon channel link listed below, as well as everything I'm talking about. So you don't have to worry about writing anything down. I will copy and paste as much as I can, as much as YouTube will allow, and I will put everything I'm talking about listed below. So the reason I wanted to do this, because again, over on Patreon during National Scrapbook Day weekend, I had listed a ton of free things that was available for the weekend and afterwards, and a lot of people didn't know that there are free items that we can use to our benefit for scrapbooking. So I thought I would pull together a ton of things that I use on a regular basis that are free, and something that I just currently came across that I'm loving. So a little bit of free things. So let's talk about sketches first. So the first thing is page maps, which is by our lovely Becky Moore, and she has been doing this for 15 years. Not one, not five, 15 years. And this is what I mean. I have an entire binder of nothing but free sketches that Becky has offered for free over at pagemaps.com. Again, I'll have the link below. And then it's free every single month. She does this without fail, and there's usually 10 sketches. And here's the thing some people may not know: there is a couple 8.5 by 11 versions of sketches. There's usually one double page sketch and the rest are 12 by 12, so there's variety there. And then also every quarter she does I was going to say page maps, but she does card maps. So instead of it being about layouts, it's about cards. So all of this is free, and you can go back and print previous years as well. Now, I'm someone, I like a physical copy of things, because when I'm scrapbooking, I don't have my iPad and desktop and all that. I don't have that technology around me, so I like physical copies. So you can absolutely do that. You can print them, put them in a binder, and just enjoy them. Now, I have these by date. See, 2013. I have gotten rid of some of the older ones. Here's 2010, 2009, 2008. Look at that. It is a ton of free resources, and I don't think I could ever thank her enough, because I use them a lot. So those are free sketches, and I'm talking thousands of free sketches. I kid you not. The link will be below. So then the next free place, or the next place you need to go for free sketches, is the lovely, and I'm talking lovely, Scrapbook Generations. And I kid you not, look at this stack. Now, this has been through the years, because I have been scrapbooking for 25 years, so I do keep all of my resources that I use. And so over at Scrapbook Generations, they have a section for free sketches. So definitely look at that. And I wanted to say, if you're new to Scrapbook Generations, because we do have some new scrapbookers in our community, is that every first full weekend of the month, they have a free kit weekend, meaning that if you place an order that's over $25 after discounts and all that stuff, they give you a free kit. Who does that anymore? I mean, it's really good. And then, of course, they have this thing called the Bank It program. Now, to me, this is the total most game changer I've ever seen in our industry. And what is that? When it comes to ordering supplies. So what you do is you go to Scrapbook Generations, of course you have an account, and you can put things in your cart and check out, and they will bank it until you reach $100, and then they will send you that box of goodies with no shipping. I mean, that is a game changer. Now, of course, that's USA only, because shipping has gotten so high. So say that Echo Park came out with a collection and you only wanted a couple pieces of paper. You just put those couple pieces of paper, or maybe that sticker sheet, or you just want the enamel dots. You throw it in your cart, you pay for it, and when that reaches $100, they just presto, changeo, they just send it to you automatically when it reaches $100. I love that. And they also have a rewards point program. So if you have not shopped at Scrapbook Generations, you really need to, because they got it all going on. They offer free things as these free sketches. And then of course the lovely Allison Davis, her mom and her aunt own Scrapbook Generation. So her sister Stacy and her do all the legwork and all the good stuff. So Allison also has free sketches under the label Sketch Support. And this is what I mean. So they give you the free sketch, free, under Sketch Support, and she offers other ones you could buy for a couple bucks, but you don't have to. So she gives you this free sketch. Then if you go to her blog, then she gives you more examples of how to use that sketch. So here's Sketch Support 14. So here's the sketch completely free. And then you go to her blog, which she has an amazing blog. She's just an amazing scrapbooker. And she has a YouTube channel now. So I'll have all that listed below. And then she gives you more. And you can tell I look at this. It's all beat up. But I do look at my resources. So then she gives you different variations. There's sketch 14, but here's version 1. There she did it again. There she did it again. And there she did it again. So with this Sketch Support, this is different than all these other free sketches, because if you go over to Allison's blog, she's giving you basically a class with this free sketch. I mean, it's just amazing how much Allison puts into her classes. And if you ever can take an Allison Davis class, you really need to sign up for it, because she offers you more than you'll ever get with anybody else when it comes to classes. Okay, I think I said that. But that's all free. Free. This is all free. Look at that. Amazing. But then they are an amazing company. They have a stellar reputation in our crafting community, in our scrapbooking community. And they just do a lot. They really do. And they also have a Facebook group and all that good stuff. So now let's talk about the next thing that's free. And I'm talking 112 pages free of sketches. Free. None of this has cost a penny. It really isn't. And this is by the lovely Laura Whitaker. Now, I have talked about this before, but there are some new people that's jumping into our community. So I want to always list free resources, because things do add up. And if you can get something for free, why wouldn't you? So this is by Laura Whitaker, and she also has a blog. I have that listed below. This is 112 pages of sketches. And we've been talking about this over Patreon, because we're using this as dissecting sketches. So hop over to Patreon and join. It's just $1 a month. Honestly, I know that sounds crazy, but that's the truth. It's just $1 a month to keep Patreon happy, so we can play in their playground. So we've been talking about this, and Laura does amazing work. And if you go over to her blog, and on her last post, which was a few years ago, she had to stop designing sketches and doing scrapbooking and showing online because of health issues. So if you could leave her a little note of thanks, I'm sure she would greatly appreciate it. So 112 pages, my friends, of free sketches. Yes, 112. Now, is that not awesome? I think so. So now let me go to my second page of notes. And let's go to a place that we all love, and it is scrapbook.com. So, scrapbook.com, not only, let me show you this. Some people didn't know this, but scrapbook.com is a powerhouse of free resources. A powerhouse. Because look at all these free classes. Free. There's Vicky, there's Heidi, there's Paige. I mean, just look at that. And then you have what's his name? Simon Simon Hurley. And then you have there he is again. And there's Tim Holtz, and then Chamel's in here, Lael's in here, and then just wonderful. And Becky Fleckmore has a sketch class in here that's for free. So I mean, just look at this. If this is all I talked about for scrapbook.com for something free, all these classes, it's amazing. So you have to have an account. You don't have to buy anything, but you have to put these in your account. And here's my tip for these classes. And I tell everybody, this costs you no money, but you have to make an account. That doesn't cost you anything. It takes you 2 minutes. And then sign up for every single class they offer. Whether you think you're interested in it or not, it's free. So why would you not sign up for it? And that way you would have access to it. And I am signed up to every one of these, and I still have access to the very first one that they ever posted. This is an amazing amazing resource for free classes. But that isn't even the sketch part. So in their gallery, the gallery is a ton of stuff. You'll be there for months just looking at the gallery. But within the gallery, they have sketches listed, not only for layouts but also for cards, and they have over 4,000 images in that gallery. I kid you not, it's amazing. It is amazing, but that's not all. And we will talk about that coming up. And I think that's on my next page of notes. So we will be revisiting scrapbook.com before something else is free. But I mean, look at this, all these classes, you must get an account. You don't have to buy anything. Sign up for every one of these free classes. I mean, and I'm talking everything that everything that you could use. Mixed media, stamping, scrapbooking, card making, crafting, foil design, die cutting. Yeah, it's just amazing. Faith-based scrapbooking, things like that. So definitely sign up. It's amazing, amazing value. And then give a peek into their gallery. There's all these sketches. Now, I could not physically print every one of their sketches because we're talking over 4,000 something images in their gallery. So every once in a while, what I'll do is I'll just pop on and look at them. And I definitely want to say that about page maps. Every first of the month is when Becky gives new sketches. So first of the month, I just go and print them off and put them in my binder. And so that's basically when I look at scrapbook.com, I'll see if there's any new images, and then if something sparks my interest, then I print it out individually. So that is scrapbook.com. But we will come back to that because there's something else you can go on scrapbook.com for. Now, I wanted to say one more thing about scrapbook.com. Is that if you do order for them, you know that they usually offer something free every single time you order. You can't always get the same thing twice, but you can order free things. So this is one thing, Scrapbook and Cards Today, this physical magazine, this is one thing that you can add to your cart and it's free. You always have to go into the coupon section and make sure you always give a look before you hit that buy button as what they're offering for free. But here's the biggest tip. Double check your shipping before and after you put that free item in, because sometimes you can put that free item in and it's going to bump up your shipping, and that shipping would be more than what sometimes the item is, or maybe what you would think the item is worth. So recently I went to place an order and there was something free. I don't know what it was. It might have been a 6x6 paper pad or something, and it bumped up my shipping up from like $5 to $10. And I thought, well, I'm not paying $5. I didn't want to pay that extra $5 in shipping just to get that 6x6 paper pad or stamp set or whatever it was. So make sure you always double check what's free, but before you hit the buy button, see how much that free item bumped up your shipping. That is someone that really tries to save some pennies. You know what I mean? There's no sense bumping up your shipping cost $4 or $5 for an item you may not really want anyways, or you would be giving away. Just a little bit of tip on that. So now let's go to the next thing, which is Scrapbook and Cards Today, which is this magazine right here. And so, of course, you know, they have some free items. Now, first of all, we talk about scrapbook.com and the free classes, which you must go check out. And then this is another must. Scrapbook and Cards Today, they offer their magazine free in a digital version every quarter. Free. And this is a quality magazine. So you don't get the physical copy, you get a digital copy. But to me, it's just as good. And then what I do is I print out the pages that would pertain to my style. So at scrapbook.com, you maybe could get it free. You go to Scrapbook and Cards Today, you can always get the digital copy for free. So definitely look into that. Sign up for their newsletter and then you'll know when it's coming out. But it's every quarter. And then also if you go into their free printables, they have free sketches every quarter too. And you can see most of them are page maps. So they really do. They have free sketches as well. Now you can print these larger. I'm just printing these because I like to put all mine on one sheet and keep them in a binder, that type of thing. I have sketches everywhere from everyone because I love them all. So that's definitely, don't forget to look at their free Digi magazine, because how many magazines are in crafting or scrapbooking anymore? Hardly, what, one or two maybe? So you can get this magazine for free, the Digi version, every quarter. That's, to me, that's amazing. It really is. So then let's talk about Citrus Twist kits. So here is another resource for sketches, and I would say this is sketch inspiration. So on Sundays, they have this thing called Sunday sketches. Now, if you like minimalist pages, if you like different sizes of pages, this would be something you want to look into, because they do, like trailers notebook pages, in planner pages, and then 12 by 12 pages. But they're usually, the design team, their creative team, has a minimalist look and a clean look and a simple look for their pages. But I think it's completely inspiring to see. So they will give you the sketch. Now, one thing I'll say about their sketches, to print them out, they don't print very well, because you can see it doesn't give you a border. It just, I don't know what it is. I think it's something in the editing or whatever. But I've been scrapbooking along enough that I can tell that I can use that as a 12 by 12, or what the designer did, France, what she did was she made this into a 8.5 by 11 page. So this is, just inspiration, playing with sketches, seeing how someone took a sketch and the product they use and the color scheme. I just love all of this. To me, this is pure eye candy when I go over to Citrus Twist kits. And I don't think they do 12 by 12 kits anymore. But this is enjoyable. I really like this. And then if I do print something out, I do try to put, who it's from, and then if the designer, if I can. So if I do use it, I try to give credit where credit is due. So this is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. So this is another resource for sketches, as over at Citrus Twist, especially if you can tell. If you like the minimalist look, if you like pages without a lot of noise, if you like a lot of white backgrounds or different size pages, you'd want to check that out. Now, let's go to the next one. I got a couple more, and then I'll be done. All right, so let's talk about Scrap Our Stash Challenge blog, because this is an amazing place for sketches and inspiration and challenges, just a little bit of everything, and they're active. And so this is why I bebop over around. Now, how do I know about all these different places? Have you ever played that game Whack-A-Mole? That's me as a scrapbooker. Whack-A-Mole, Whack-A-Mole, Whack-A-Mole. I'm everywhere. If there's something free, I'm looking for it. If there's something inspiring, I'm looking for it. If it's something new, I'm looking for it. If there's challenges, I'm looking for it. And after 25 years of scrapbooking, that's how I stay interested, is always looking for something, always being inspired by everyone else. So over to Scrap Our Stash, it is ran by two gals, Rochelle Spears and Brenda Ragsdale. Now, you probably know the name Rochelle Spears, and if you haven't, where have you been? Because she is the owner of the Scrap Room, and they do these amazing kits, and I think these are the most, unique kits on the market because of how they do it. So they basically are giving you 4 samplings of a collection in a kit, and then you're not overwhelmed with a ton of product. I will have the link below. Rochelle has this down to a science. It's beautiful. She offers a lot. They do a lot. Yeah, you have to check out the Scrap Room. And if I won the lottery, I definitely would get every single kit every single month that they've ever done because they are just amazing. I will have the link below. And then the gal that does the showing of these kits, which is our lovely Tina Gale, I just enjoy that with a cup of tea, watching her go through the product and different ideas. So I will have that listed below too. The Scrap Room, you have to check it out. So Brenda and Rochelle also, they are the administrators of this blog. So they have sketches and challenges, and they have a great design team. I mean, I really get inspired by their work. So here's what they do. They have sketches. They give you, a time that if you wanted to get in on the challenge, they give you all the details, and then you create create your sketch, create your layout using the sketch for the challenge, and then maybe win some prizes too. So they're very active. This is just very well ran. It's done well. The design team does great work, and yes, Scrap Our Stash. And then they do other things, not just as far as sketches, because it is a Scrap Our Stash, so it's focusing on stash items that you have in your space. So definitely, and I'm going to say this again, you have to go look at the Scrap Room. You really do. They're amazing kits. You have to check them out. So then the other thing I wanted to show, and I think this is the last one as far as sketches, but I have a couple other things I want to show you, because with sketches, what else do you use? So the next thing is Sketch and Scrap. I hope I can get all these names, but I'll have everything linked below, and I'll have them linked in order as I talked about them, so you'll be able to find them. So we have Sketch and Scrap, which is done by Lisa. Now they have free sketches, and you can see they also have free card sketches, because I know a lot of people are always looking for card sketches. You'd want to check out Lisa's blog here. And they have a great design team too, and they do challenges, so definitely check out their work. Now look here. This was done by Chris. So here's the sketch, and I think this was, this was for National Scrapbook Day. So there's the sketch, and then this is what Chris did with that sketch. Isn't that beautiful? Love that. And when I do print out inspiration, I do try to print out the info so I can give credit. And Chris did a great job with that. I love the colors, of course. The photos are dear as can be. So Sketch and Scrap, definitely check them out. Now, along with our sketches, that is a ton. What I just showed is a ton. Thousands and thousands of free sketches. You'll never be out of ideas for inspiration, because who wants to sit down, you have some photos in front of you, you got some paper, you got some product, you got some puffies, but then you don't know where to start. Let someone else do the heavy lifting. Use a sketch. I've been scrapbooking 25 years. I use a sketch basically every time I sit down to scrapbook. Why should I have to do the work when there's other people that can do it so well? Now let's talk about what else you would need when you, for some free resources. When you're scrapbooking, you got the sketch. Well, how about talking about where you could go for some titles? Yes, let's talk about that for a minute, because I got some free resources for that. And believe me, you'll never be out of ideas for page titles again. So there's a website called The Perfect Title. And if you go on it, it looks a little outdated, so don't let that deter you, because there is a ton of info. So on the left, you'll see a drop menu, and it'll have all of these categories, everything from acting to aging to amusement park to colors to teachers to military to partying, nightlife, hello. And then we go clear to pregnancy and seasons and travel, work, career, weather. And if you hit those topics, then you will come across another menu, and it will show you all these page ideas, page title ideas for all those different topics. So when you first look at the website, you think, well, there's not much there. Oh, but there is. Hit each one of these on the left menu, and it'll take you to another place, and it'll list everything. And then even within that list, sometimes there's subcategories, especially the Disney list. Oh yeah, it's got a great Disney list. Is that what it's under? Disney. Yeah, you'll really enjoy that. So I want to talk about that, the perfect title. Now let's talk about scrapbook.com again. I'll have this linked below. Let's talk about scrapbook.com again, because not only do they do the classes, not only do they have over 4,000 sketches in their gallery. Again, it's a powerhouse of resources. It really is the mecca of scrapbooking. It really is. But they also have a certain place called resources. Kind of hard to find, but they have a section that's just for title. They have a section that's just for quotes and phrases, and then they have a section for poems. And I'm talking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of topics and categories. Yeah, just like for outdoor, they have 119 titles. For patriotic, they have 37. Grandchildren, they got 27. Anniversary, they have 44. America, 42. Garden, 71. And this is just a portion. There's a lot more categories with that. And the same way with the quotes, and the same way with the poems. It's just even like parenthood, 66. Achievement, friendship, ancestors, genealogy. So definitely look that up. That is another free resource. And now let me give you a tip on this. This is something I had to do. I always tend to forget about this, and then when I go to think about it, I can never find it on the website. So what I had to do was to create a shortcut, so I always know where to go for this. So definitely create a shortcut. That way you don't have to fumble around and see where it is. I think it's kind of hidden on their website. So definitely do that. That is a great resource. And then do a shortcut so you always have that quick reference when you need it. So now let's talk about something else. Whew, okay, I'm bringing this plane in for a landing. I truly is that there is a website. It's a blog. And it's called everythingaboutScrapbooking.com. And there's a couple blog posts where she has some great resources. And they are 50 scrapbooking page titles. And again, I'll have the link below. It's everythingaboutScrapbooking.com. And look at this, 50 page titles. And these are not just run-of-the-mill. These are really unique, like Wiggling Like a Worm, Hair-Raising Experience, Passageway to My Heart, Our Secret Garden. Yeah. really great resource. So what I did in this case, you could definitely do another shortcut so you'd have a quick reference, but what I do is I just copy and paste, put this on some cardstock, and this is basically like a little mini class for me of mini notes of page titles. And then also there is another post at everythingaboutScrapbooking.com. I'll have it listed below. 75 scrapbooking quotes. And again, these are really, really nice. So she has a category of life and love. And then we go into happiness, dreams, passion, motivation, babies and children, and then parents, and then also friendship. Yeah, and there was a couple here in the friendship that is really... I'll read you one of them. A true friend is someone who thinks that you're a good egg, even though she knows that you are slightly cracked. Isn't that too fun? I like this other one too. Friends are like brawls, close to your heart and there for support. Absolutely. So this is really great resources at everythingaboutscrapbooking.com. I'll have the link below. And again, what I did is I copy and pasted these and I printed these out on my own with cardstock. And then this holds up over time, especially if you take things to crops. So now let's talk about the last thing. Oh my goodness, this is something that I have recently found. I used something like this before, but this one is a new website for me. So you know how we have these alphas for our titles, you know, after we play with our sketch, we're doing a title, and you know, you're getting down to the bare bones of things. You don't have any vowels left and no S's, no T's, you know, I don't know what they're thinking, but anyways. So I have used a resource before that you could put in letters and it would give you a word. So, you know, you could use that word as your title. But I recently found one that's different, and it's called wordfinder.yourdictionary.com. And the reason why this one is different, they call it Word Finder and Scrabble Cheat, which I think that's fun. But anyways, you can put up to 20 letters. 20 letters, and then you just hit search and it will come up with different words that they're making of your leftovers. So this is great because I recently used this. I had just a few chipboard letters and I put in the H and the I, and it really gave me like 5 or 6 titles that I probably couldn't have came up with my own. So again, I've used this type of resource before, but this one in particular, I just found it a week or so ago and I'm loving it. I really, really am. So wordfinder.yourdictionary.com. And again, you can put up to 20 letters. You know, these leftovers that we have on our sticker sheets? Absolutely. So that's another free resource for titles. So if you lasted through that whole video, thank you so much, because you probably love scrapbooking as much as I do. But I definitely wanted to list all of these free resources for sketches, inspiration, classes, magazines, and titles, and help with all of these leftover alphas, all of this, because it's all inspiration and it's to always keep us recording the story. Absolutely. So that's all I have for today. Hit that, what does it say, show more button, and you'll see a drop menu, and all the links for everything I talked about will be listed below. Absolutely. So that's all I have for today. Come over and visit us at Patreon. We'd love to have you. It's an awesome group. It's no fuss, no muss. It's all about scrapbooking and talking about scrapbooking product and just having fun in our hobby. So that's all I have for today. Come back to RTS because you never know what we're going to do. Bye.